We are in file OK. Here, I'm showing you how you would go ahead and put up a display form. See what we do? We say form chart display. Remember, the form chart display now is that second form. That's the one that has the chart, and that, you know, it's this other form right here. That's the chart display. Oops, I need this thing. That's the form chart display. That's the form that you want to put up to display the actual chart. Okay, and you want to put one of these up for every file that was selected. Does that make sense? If not, you know, just raise your hand, say I don't quite get that. Okay, so form chart display, and therefore you say, well, if I want to do that, here's what I'm doing. Here, I'm not doing it for every file name, I'm doing it for just one to show you how it works. I would simply say, okay, I'm going to have a form chart display F, okay, and it's just a new form chart display. I'm just calling a constructor. So now, for the young man who talked about an object, now we're going to instantiate an object, okay? So, form chart display is a class. When I instantiate it, I get an object, and in this case, I call the object F. That's like a variable name. It's like you want to set up an integer, you say integer X or integer Y. You give a name to the actual object. Here, we instantiate via new, we instantiate we have to give a type, a new form display. We call the default constructor for the moment, and we put that into F. By the way, are we familiar with this particular notation, syntax? I'm going to do another one. Let's do this. Hold on. Do we know what var does? Yes, I know you know. So let's find out here. Anybody know what var is or what they think it is?
It automatically sets the type.
Excuse me?
It automatically sets the type.
Yeah, it's like auto in C++, but when you say automatically, how?
I'm not sure how it knows, it just knows.
That's fine, and that's a good answer, okay, because now we'll show you and it's nothing, okay? Yes?
Whatever the input is, it takes.
What input? I'm saying var G. What input? What are we talking about?
Oh, okay, so in this case, it's the form chart display.
No, I'm here. Okay, I'm creating a new.
Yeah. So we created the instance of a class. So that's gonna be an object. Object of type form chart display. So it looks at that and it's like, okay, this is the type of the variable.
Okay, so for the young man in the back who wasn't sure how it was done, he kind of gave you an answer, but let's say it differently. Var means I'm going to declare a variable. Now, every variable has to have a type, okay? You agree? So you should have a type. But people say, wait a second, we write compilers so that they make our lives easier, okay? And compilers should know certain things. So suppose, now I'm going to turn you into a compiler, okay? B is equal. What is the type of V?
List candlestick.
Excuse me?
List candlestick.
It's a list of candlesticks. How do you know that? Because you're able to read the rest of the line and you can infer. That's what var says. Var says the following. Yo, compiler, I'm going to write some code, but you looking at it, you should be able to infer the type based on what's on the line of code. Exactly what you as a human being did. You said, if I had forgotten what, to put a type, and you say V is equal new list of candlestick LLC. Oh, okay, that's what this thing must be. This must be a list of candlesticks. Okay? So the compiler, when it sees the var over here, it's able to infer what that is. Now, yes, no?
Yeah.
Okay, now you were looking like, does that?
I just wanna know, does it add to runtime at all, having it
No,
figure
this is
out?
done at compile time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, tell me something. Have you ever seen this? I mean, have you ever done things like this? List, candlestick, V equals new, and then it will show you the same thing, but then you have to go list. And if you're afraid of making a mistake, you like take this guy and do a new, sorry, this would be a new list of candlesticks. Have you ever, you've written this and you notice how this is the same as this?
Yeah.
Unless you do polymorphic stuff, in which case you not quite. But that's okay, we'll get to that at some point. And you say, this is so ridiculous. I'm always like, if I say list of candlesticks, as a matter of fact, that's why when you say new, IntelliSense will put list of candlesticks for you. Or, if you derived anything from list of candlesticks, it will show you multiple options, one being the list of candlesticks, and the other one being some other options that are also list of candlesticks, but derived from list of candlesticks. Because when I say like for instance, I could have said V is a collection of candlesticks, okay? What can I put on the other side then, if I say that V is a collection of candlesticks? What could, after the new, what could I have?
New collection.
Excuse me?
New collection candlestick.
No, it could be, well, yeah, you could have a list, but what else could you have? You could have a stack of candlesticks, a queue of candlesticks.